Okay, great. So everyone, where it is fine. Oh, what you have started yesterday about what is meant by artificial intelligence? I discussed. As I told you now, artificial intelligence means nothing but so training. Yesterday also I discussed impact of AI. As I told almost in every sector. So AI is creating a huge impact, my dear aspirants. And next, AI means nothing but we can say the training the machines or systems to think, learn, understand, and make the decisions like humans. This is the technical point we are discussing. The point here is that so it is mandatory to learn this artificial intelligence. Even we are having so great experience in so tech industry also. And what you're doing it here basically we're trying the machines that how the humans is thinking and to create and as well as to work, learn, to communicate, to innovate, and to build the business ideas like humans. Okay, na? So how the humans are thinking, creating the work, how they are working, how they are learning, how they are communicating, how they are innovating the things, and how they are building different kinds of business applications, and all these things they are training. Nothing but to replace the humans. Artificial intelligence, why you got to replace the humans? So we're training the machines to work as the humans. And yesterday we have discussed it about artificial intelligence, what the capabilities we discussed. Many things are can by this we have got generative AI. So before that, so my dear aspirant, artificial intelligence is a domain, huge domain. In this domain, so we are having machine learning, we are having it here machine learning inside that machine learning that advanced concepts you are having so deep learning so natural language processing so generative AI agentic AI and all this prompt engineering all comes under this AI branch. AI is a branch and that machine learning, deep learning, NLP, generative AI, agentic AI, all these things are the sub branches of artificial intelligence. Okay, now what are the things I know I had mentioned here that can be implemented by this all the subdomains? So what the thing here is that by using artificial intelligence, we are having generative AI, one excellent concept is there. So what it is doing, it is going to generate some new content. And what the AI is doing that it is understanding our human language, and as well as it is generating the things, it is responding like the humans. And this AI is very good at learning from the past data. AI is very good at writing the code, as I told you yesterday. It will be very good at designing the products. Okay, analyzing the business ideas, business decisions, and helping the doctors and assisting the lawyers, like that. So many things. Not only this, so many things are there. It is, and AI is creating reports. It is generating by using generative chat GPT and all these things. It is generating the videos, designing the products, writing the code, creating presentations. Okay, now AI is very good at answering the customer queries. AI can automate the repetitive workflows. And this is all the capabilities we discussed yesterday. And yesterday I discussed that AI is very powerful and still develop and depends upon the human creativity, human logic, human decision making, and human guidance. Okay, now just AI is a tool, my dear aspirant. Humans are still the thinkers behind it. And yesterday we had discussed about generative AI. What is meant by generative AI? So generative AI means nothing but it is also a sub branch. It is also one type of AI that can generate the new content based upon the user prompt. Okay, and what is generative AI? We can do it here as I told you. So generative AI can able to generate different kinds of things, text, images, code, presentation, videos, speeches, and all these things. The name itself, it is there, my dear aspirant, is going to generate something. Okay, no? And fine. And as I told you, now what are the generative AI tools we are going to discuss in our course curriculum. So in this, as I told you, now I will help you how to work with Google AI Studios and DeepSeek. Okay, now it is also very trending, and how to work with Llama models. Okay, how to use these AI tools, I will tell you, and how to automate our work, and as well as from Quen, also we got some excellent generative AI tools from Alibaba and Mistral AI and Claude. Claude up some free versions is there up to there. We can do it if needed. We can take the subscription if needed to you. And obviously from OpenAI we got ChatGPT, and from Google we got it as Gemini. Okay, like that. And from Microsoft we got Microsoft Copilot and Grok, ultra fast. So like this, so many things are there. We'll discuss few generative tools and these applications. We can discuss it. Okay, no? So fine. So another thing what you discussed about is LLMs. Okay, now about okay. These are the things yesterday I discussed. Okay, LLMs is abbreviated as the large language model. Okay, so basically it is a deep learning AI system, and we can call it as a neural network. Basically it will be trained on the massive amount of data. Okay, it will be yesterday, just a minute. Okay, where it is, where it went. These are the things we are discussing. Just 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes. I'm revising these things. Artificial intelligence, NLP, powerful generative AI. Okay, where you came here now. So basically, large language models. It is a deep learning AI system. So basically, it is a neural network trained on the huge amount of data. Huge amount of the human knowledge. Not only the human knowledge. So it will be trained, and basically this large language models, what is they're doing it here, it can understand, and as well as it can generate the human like language, right? Okay, this is the point we need to observe it here. And so how the data is being trained, so from the billions of books. So what are the examples of the LLM models? As I told you, this Chat GPT and Claude and Google Gemini, these all these things. Okay, so they're working under the concept of these large language models. So they will be trained on the billions of books, some various research papers, billions of web pages, and lots of human conversations, articles from various computer code, conversations, technical manuals, billions of words and trillions of tokens data will be get trained on this. Okay, and what are the technology behind this? Is the behind that, by having these large language models only, we got Chat GPT, Claude, and as well as this Gemini. Okay, not only that, so my dear aspirant, few more things also is there about this. As I told you, these are all some examples of that. So another great thing about here is that, as I told you in the previously also, how these large language models are working here. The large language models are working behind the concept of these. For that, we need large power of the GPUs, graphical processing unit. We need it. So the normal CPUs, my dear aspirant, does not support. So we need some large amount of graphical processing unit. Okay, now, so here we'll discuss what is meant by graphical processing unit and what why they needed and all these things. See, can you train this normal chat GPT and Claude on your normal laptop? Obviously not at all possible. Why? Because this millions of tokens and some trillions of millions of words and some trillions of tokens data we need to train it. Huge amount of data you need to be trained. So here the training need, basically why the GPUs are very much important, because here the training need massive calculations. If you give any prompt, it you need to respond now. So what is happening here? So massive calculations, it is need to do it, and some huge memory processing is there now. Huge memory processing. So to create one chat GPT like application, my dear aspirant, the companies are spending some millions of crores. Some so parallel processing need to be need. So further to do this, normal our CPUs does not work, my dear aspirant. So companies are spending huge amount of uh, that amount on these GPUs. Why? Because as I told you yesterday, these are the points. What are the things we discussed yesterday? Thousands of calculation is been happening automatically. And here, so training an LLMs, as I told you, it will requires huge, enormous computation calculations needed. Okay. So, so for that reason only, the companies for them, for the LLM tools from OpenAI and Microsoft and Google, my dear aspirant, Nvidia and AMD, they are providing these graphical processing units, and as well as the what are the AI chips and tools is there now. This has been provided by these organizations, and Intel also providing some chips and all these things to these LLM tools, which are very costly to create one AI application, my dear aspirant. So if you go with the stock market of OpenAI and this Claude, still they are not in the profits. Lots of amount they have been invested, still the returns will come. Okay, now slowly the returns will come. Huge amount of things they have need to invest to this, create this all these applications. Okay, now fine, great. These are the things we have discussed in the so previous sessions. So today we'll discuss where I'm learning this course, where you use this course in the tech industry. Here is that further we are having some so tools that is known as the LangChain. Okay, now so we'll discuss where, sir, I'm using this course, how it is useful to me, where we use in tech industry, and all these things. I will explain it. Listen it carefully here. Okay, suppose you are everyone is previously when ChatGPT has arrived, and yesterday one of our aspirant has said some excellent points. I think Sarah, I think so. She had some excellent points here. That so let us think that ChatGPT. So basically, it will be a technical product of large language models, right? Listen it carefully. When the ChatGPT arrived, okay, 3 years back here. So listen it carefully. So my requirement here is that if I test like this, so check latest front-end jobs or latest, if I give the prompt like this, so front-end jobs, okay, in Hyderabad. So normal LLMs, what it will do it here is, okay, it will access some latest information and it will do this, but and send it to my mail. So earlier, so ChatGPT, it was not good at accessing the current information, my dear aspirant. After that, in the market, we got the LangChain framework, we got it. Okay. So we got this LangChain framework. So basically, now I think so. 1, 2, 3, 15 days free trials they are giving it. We can work on this, and as well as we can create different kinds of AI applications on this. If I listen it carefully. If I test this, check the latest Python jobs and Hyderabad and send it to my mail. So these normal LLMs cannot have that access to our mail IDs and cannot have the access to our database. It cannot do this. But now comes the LangChain. Here comes the LangChain. So here by this tool, what is happening here is that especially in the chat GPT and as well as the Gemini and even in Claude, what is happening it here is that it can able to connect to the databases. Getting this point, normal LLMs cannot do it. LLMs is like a huge brain, my dear aspirant. Okay. And to processing that huge brain, we need some tools now. That is the LangChain. Basically, in tech industry, it is very trending. See it here, my dear aspirant, normal LLMs, what the capability of the normal LLMs, they cannot access the database. They cannot manage the workflows. LLMs cannot manage the workflows. Okay, they cannot remember the long tags efficiently. They cannot use AI tools directly into the enterprise level application. So here comes the LangChain in the tech industry. So LangChain, see, helps the developers. See, even if you're having some great experience of 15, 20 years, my dear aspirant, the thing here is that every application is integrating with AI. So it is mandated to add these skills in your resume. Okay, fine. Yes, yes. Okay, great, good. What is the point of LangChain? What the LangChain will do it here is that it helps the developers. So it is helps the developers to connect the LLMs is the large language models. It will be very difficult to create large language models. Only few organizations they have created the large language models. By using the large language models, you can work on this. LangChain helps the developers to connect with these large language models with different kinds of tools. So like these large language models, they can connect different kinds of APIs, and by this they can integrate different kinds of workflows and even internal and external data also they can able to connect. Okay, and as well as this LangChain, by this what is happening, you can able to connect the different kinds of databases also. What the LangChain can do it here is that LangChain, so my dear aspirant, the great advantage of the LangChain here is that it can able to access the tools. It can have the capability of accessing the tools, and another thing to remember the long conversations. Okay, to this by adding this LangChain, so now what is happened to our LLM tools? There it is nowadays. If you use ChatGPT, is good at remembering the long conversations and as well as the past conversations. Also, it is going to remember and to manage the complete workflow. What the companies are focusing mainly here, as I told you, previously in the Spandana back. So my colleagues basically they are working as a senior managers. So they said that they hired 2 Python developers as an intern. They have provided only 5,000 salary. So what they have done it here is within 4 to 5 months, they have automated the complete workflow process of Excel. Nearly 15 to 20 employees has been terminated from the company by these two Python interns, not developers. They have automated the workflow. Nowadays, companies are focusing on this automation. Okay, na? Fine, great. So by this LangChain, what you can do it here, you can complete the workflows and all these things. Okay, fine. So LLM, I can say that my dear aspirant is one intelligent brain and all these things. LangChain, what is there to manage that workflows and to create one type of environment and to create different, to connect with different tools and all these things. LangChain comes to the picture here. Okay, now, so what's the great advantage in the LangChain in the tech industry is that by using this LangChain as a tool, we can able to connect to the different kinds of databases. Okay, now by using this LangChain, as I told, it will manage, complete the workflow, and as well as it is used to automate the task. So I'm having one project, I want to automate the task. To do that, we need the LLMs and we need to connect that LLMs with that current project. Now. For that, we are using this LangChain. Sir, I want to build different kinds of AI agents. Yes, by using this LangChain framework, we can build these different kinds of AI agents. if you go with the tech industry, sir, I have created this Amazon project. Let us assume that I have created this Amazon project. Here I want to create one AI chatbot, okay, in a such a way that it can able to answer all the customer queries and all these things. These types of things companies are expecting here. So this is a very mini project. This is not a major project. Okay, so let us think that. So to building, see, according to the client requirement, we need to build the AI chatbots, AI agents. We need to build that agents has to completely manage the workflows. Okay, so building AI chatbots. Okay, this is the most commonly used here. So I want to build, let us think that. Sir, I want to build some customer chatbots. Okay, now like HR assistants, banking chatbots, healthcare assistants, according to the client requirement. So we must able in a position to design the chatbot applications or AI agents to that existing project. It's very trending. So most of the aspirants in the freelancing market, okay, freelancing.com and the favor, they are earning this. So if you are able in a position to create these types of application, you can earn lots of money. Why? Because this is the new technology, the age is very less here. You know, and AI assistants like this. If I talk about, lots of applications are there. So to build the AI chatbots and AI agents, it is we are doing it. Okay, so another thing here, so it is excellent concept we got here in the tech industry is that RAG concept. Sorry, RAG. So by this RAG, what it can do it here is that where let us think that retrieval name itself, it is the retrieval augmented generation. It will retrieve the thing information and as well as it can able to generate the information. Okay, now retrieval augmented generation. So nowadays this LangChain is heavily used for the RAG systems. Suppose let us think that, so you have joined recently, okay, and you are asking the HR that how many leaves do I have? Okay, so what the HR has responded as you can connect with the database and as well as we can check how many leaves you are having it here. So by this LangChain, what the great advantage here is that by in this RAG concept, we can able to connect the HR databases. Getting this point? So normal LLMs cannot do this, right? Okay, by using this LangChain, what you can do it here is you can connect to the HR databases and as well as what are the information you want. Okay, we can able to retrieve that information also. Can able to retrieve that data. Getting this point, all these new things has been, so retrieve the data and as well as it will send the response and send response to the and send the response to the LLMs. Like this, lots of technical uses we got here. Okay, so another great thing here is that about this is, so companies, so let us think that the companies loads PDFs, okay, policy documents and technical manuals. Okay, we can create the AI agents by using the LangChain is that if the employees ask the questions manually or naturally, so it will going to answer. That type of things also we can going to create. Suppose let us think that company is having some PDF. Okay, like as I told you, leave policy is there. Let us think that PDF consisting of 500 pages. So to read that manually, it will take lots of time. If you integrate with this RAG, what you can do it here is that it will able to access that specific information to you. So policy documents and as well as the technical manuals. Okay, you can create some AI agents by using this framework in a such a way that it can able to respond to the queries. That type of things we can able to do it here. And as I told you, one of the nowadays what the trend is with AI agents. You can create different kinds of AI agents to manage the workflows and all these things. Okay, so what's the greatness we can create? As I told you, we can create some AI agents. What these AI agents will do it here is that basically it is they're going to manage the complete workflow. If I write it here, What's the point? Okay. So just analyze me the just update me the Python latest jobs in Hyderabad and send it to my mail. We can create some AI agents. Okay, that will what they can do is they can search the jobs. Okay, and as well as that extract the things of where the hiring is going on, and as well as they will give the related information, and as well as they will able to send it to your mail without the evolution of the developers, without the evolution of the humans. That types of things has been automated. We can automate by learning this technology. These are the things companies are expecting. One other great advantage. So what is happening this AI? So constantly it is getting updated. Previously, when you got AI, yesterday our aspirants are also said that it is not good at memory management. Normal LLMs they will forget the conversations easily. This LLMs, sorry, this LangChain will add the memory to that. This helps the chatbot to remember the previous task, previous charts, user preferences, and contest, and all these things it can able to remember. We can add memory to our the existing chatbots. You can do it, right? And this is very good at connecting different kinds of APIs. Okay, and this LangChain it is very good at connecting different kinds of APIs. So this LangChain can automate in a such a way that it can interact with payment APIs, so weather APIs, company systems, CRMs, and as well as even some of the ERP tools also it can able to connect. So otherwise, what you have to do, we have to do connect it manually. Suppose let us think that we can create one AI agent in a such a way that to automate the Uber application, Rapido, yet some people are using this. I think so. What they'll do it here is that the dynamic prices are there. No? So here, we see that here. So here the dynamic prices, like what will happen here is that based upon the traffic here, based upon the traffic and based upon the weather updates, based upon the traffic and based upon other weather updates, based upon the office peak hours, what will happen here is that in the Uber dynamically prices will be get changed. Okay, we can create one AI agent in a such a way that it can able to connect with this Google Maps. If you get that Google Maps, my dear aspirants, Google Maps API, if I integrate our current application, it will get that live traffic updates. And if you connect with these Google APIs and if you connect with this weather APIs, okay, now what it can do it here is it can able to fetch that APIs without manually writing the code. The types of AI agents companies are expecting from your side. So it will call the weather APIs, it will get the live data, and it will able to generate the response. Okay, that type of things companies are expecting. Fine. So from your side, it can connect different kinds of APIs. Another great thing about here is that see in your course we are not learning how to use the ChatGPT and this Claude. In your course by using this, how can you create some our own banking and e-commerce projects? These are the thing that the reason we are learning this course to create our own projects, and which is required to the IT industry to survive in the IT industry for long period of time. So what is happened here is that this technology constantly will be get changed. Okay, so here we got some in the trend is nowadays LangChain, LangGraph, these are the frameworks are there. So basically what will happen, these frameworks will be stayed, but these frameworks will be constantly with upgraded. So constantly will get it will updates. Okay, next another great advantage here is that database querying is there, and by using this LangChain what you can do it here is that it will helps what it will do, it helps them so AI to talk with databases. You know, another great thing here is that it helps the AI so to talk with the databases. So we can create an applications by using the LangChain is that we can ask the questions naturally instead of writing the SQL. Okay, instead of writing the questions naturally in SQL, okay, if I write it here simply, if I show the employees joined after 2024, if I write like this, okay, this is the normal language now. So what it will do this, you can create one applications in a such a way that by using LangChain, what's the great advantage here is that this is the natural language, right? This is the natural language. What are the natural language you are writing it here? This will convert into the SQL query. We no need to good at, you no need to be good at SQL. It will be converted into the SQL query. So by using this SQL, as you all know that it can able to fetch the data from the database, to retrieve the data, and as well as to generate the information. So all these things nowadays, what you're doing it here is you're not writing, do it manually in the tech industry. You're automating the work. Okay, now fine. So whatever the experience you are having, that experience, your domain knowledge, and in this place AI is going to get you the job. And nowadays, slowly AI is very good at document analysis also. Claude, we got it now in the Claude. How it is doing all this analysis by these frameworks only. So if the companies have the contract files, legals, invoice, and as well as medical reports, LangChain is very good at summarizing the things. It will stretch the information, and as well as it will extract the related information and all these things. Okay, now, and if I talk like that, my dear aspirant, lots of advantages are there. So it can able to connect different kinds of tools. I can say that. Okay. So these are the things, and why the companies are preferring here is that LangChain provides the ready-made architecture to you. It will reduces the development time, okay, and integration effort, and as well as the complexity of the projects. It will reduce it, but we need the developers. What is happening here is that to reduce the thing, to reduce the development time, to reduce the integration effort, to reduce the complexity. For that only we are using these AI tools. Okay, these are the things I'm saying genuinely. These are the things happening here. So LangChain is becoming very important. Why? Because it is very good at automating AI automation to create the AI agents and to create, to manage, to create different kinds of AI agents. I can say that. Okay, AI agents, and for the automation of the workflows. So companies are investing more, and to create in the enterprise level also, AI is dominating in enterprise AI, in workflow architecture, and as well as in the RAG systems. Okay, like that. So many advantages are there if we talk like that. Okay, by use, as I told you, finally I can say that by using this LangChain, so we can connect different kinds of tools, APIs, databases, and as well as we can add memory to it. Slowly, what is AI is happening? AI is happening nothing but it is slowly it is working as a digital employee. Okay, no, so got it now, everyone. So these are the advantages we are getting by using the tech industry. So here we are using this framework, and so coming to that, and one more trend is there now. We got it generative AI. This also, this concepts also some comes under agentic AI. So and what the agentic AI is that here is that. So in agentic AI, we got some frameworks of LangGraph and all these things. They are very good at automation, automating our work. Suppose let us think that in the so LangChain, the advanced version of the LangChain, we got the LangGraph. So it will completely manage the workflows. So LangChain is executing only a single task to manage our complete workflow. Okay, to create different kinds of agentic AI applications, we're using this LangChain LangGraph framework. Suppose let us think that I want to book a ticket. We can, by using this LangGraph, we can, what you can do it here is that, so it can able to stretch the flights to you, and as well as it will book the ticket to you, okay, related to that prices what you have said, and as well as it will do the payment also. It will connect with the payment APIs. It will connect with the Google Maps or Google APIs, payment APIs, and after that it will connect to the mobile, some mail or something. It is, everything will be get automated here. So to do that, LangChain, it is not good at handling the multiple tasks. LangGraph, it is very good at doing these types of things. Okay, now email generator. Okay, now nowadays companies are, so what the thing here is that, so it is automatically, it will respond to the customer queries. Okay, in this email generation also, so we are using it. So like that, so many applications are there in the SNDK by using this LangGraph. So ultimately, what the use it here is that the main use it here is to automate the complete workflow. Okay, now, so and this will be very good at doing the step-by-step processing. It is an advanced version of the LangChain, step-by-step processing. It can do, it can able to take decision on this own. It will take the decisions on its own, and as well as it can remember the workflow progress. Okay, see, still lots of work is going on these agents. Okay, now, but lots of customization will be need. So this field, my dear aspirant, as I told you now, as how the internet has shocked the total IT industry, and these computers hold. So like this, it is going to be create an impact. That one I'll tell you. So what the thing here is that to do the step by step calculation, to take the decisions, A is very good at taking the decision on its own. So that type of applications also we can able to create. Okay, it can take the decision on its own without the evaluation of the humans. And another thing, A is very good at remembering the workflow progress. And if any something goes wrong, A, what it will do, it will retrace the task. That type of things is going in IT industry. And as well as what are the tools required, it will automatically connect. Nothing but it will work like a employee. Okay, so LangChain, it is giving just tools. LangChain, it is just providing the tools to the worker, but LangChain is nothing but training the to the worker. I can say that LangChain is just giving the tools to the worker. Let us think that, but this LangGraph is training that worker how to do all these things. Okay, so as I told you, it is very good at making decision, handling errors, repetitive tasks, manage the workflows, to coordinate with the multiple actions, and all these things it can able to do it. Okay, for suppose let us think that if your one customer has came and he said that my internet is not working. Okay, what's the thing? Normal A cannot answer it directly. So what will do this by, okay, by using this application, it will check the payment status first. If the payment status is okay, then it will check the area shortage. If any payment is pending, it will send the billing support. If there any technical support, it will restart the troubleshooting. If the problem is not solved, it will create the customer support tickets. Like this, my dear aspirant, to do these types of workflow management. So it is very good at, as I told you, decision making. Okay, and so loops and entry, memory and state, AI agents. Nowadays, in if you go with the customer support companies, they're using it here in the banking applications to verify documents, to detect the fraud activities, to process the workflows, to handle the customer request in healthcare, in e-commerce, in multi-agents. So like that, so it is having that trend. Okay, fine. Next, coming to the things, what are the things you are going to, as I told you, my dear aspirant. Okay, why the companies are, what the companies are expecting nowadays is it you must be very good at problem solving skills. You must be very good at solving different kinds of business problems, and you must be very good at automation, and you must be able to use AI effectively, and the target is to increase the productivity, to reduce the manual work. Okay, these are the things companies are expecting from your side, and companies are expecting how can you automate the workflows, how can you build the intelligent applications, how can you improve the productivity of the organization. Like this, if I talk like that, lots of things are there. Okay, fine. So and so coming to the things, a few more things as I told you now to discuss it. So my dear aspirant, about the capabilities of the AI, what the AI can do it here is that, So when electricity has came here, my dear aspirant, everyone is shocked. But what is happened? It has changed the total world. Total world has been changed by this electricity. And when you go to the computers, what is happening? The machine begins processing the information. Then comes the internet. Knowledge becomes accessible everywhere. Okay, next, what is happening? That internet is enter into your pockets also. And now what is happening? The artificial intelligence. The first time in the history, machines are not only processing the information, they are generating what is happening. They're generating this all these things, my dear aspirant. They're generating all these things, my dear aspirant. This is the point in it. Okay. The what? Okay. So if any new technology has any technical revolution has came, every group, okay, in the everywhere we'll have the two groups. The first groups always say that AI is dangerous. This will not, this will never work. It will be overhyped. It is very temporary. Like this, will get some things. Even at the time of 1995, okay, one businessman said that one day people will buy the products without visiting the stores. And one person he said that one day people will transfer the money without visiting the banks. One day millions of the people will carry the powerful computers in their pockets. So at the time, everyone has felt that it is highly impossible. Now what is happening? Everything has been possible. So my dear aspirant, we nowadays, as I can say that AI having so lots of capabilities. Okay, still lots of research and development is going on. There is no end to this AI technology. So it will survive. We can easily survive by learning this AI technology at least for 5 years. Okay, now I'm saying the genuine information. Why? Because constant updates will come. We may not say in the next year few may updates will come. We need to learn. Why? Because nowadays the competition is very high and the technology is upgrading for every 1 month. So one for every years, for a year it is been. But the core fundamentals remain same. Core fundamentals will remain same. We need to learn this Python, okay, this natural language processing, and how to handle this machine learning, this deep learning, this generative in that some frameworks and all these things are there, and agentic its framework and prompt engineering techniques. These core fundamentals will remain the same, and in this 20 to 30% so extra things will be get so upgraded. Okay, no? So nothing but it is not a technical shift, nothing but complete platform shift has been going to happen, and still it is happening here. Okay, so that's it, my dear aspirant. And as I told you, coming to the things. So lots of technical points are there. As the time being, I have discussed only few things. First, we'll start with Python. Okay, we'll talk with the students. I came to know that we'll talk once again how many people will know Python and all these things. Okay, and we'll talk with all the aspirants whether you have worked with Python or not. So according to that, we'll move on. So Python. So from the scratch, we're going to start core Python and advanced Python. And after that, what we'll do it here is that we'll discuss some natural language processing and some machine learning models we are going to so discussed, and here generative AI and how to build different kinds of applications by using LangChain and vector databases, and how to run AI locally in your laptops. Okay, now Volama and all these things, and agentic AI, and how to manage our workflows and how to create multiple agents by using LangGraph, and as well as so prompt engineering techniques and how to work with different kinds of APIs of OpenAI, Cloud, and all these things. These are the things we are going to discuss. And as I told you, coming to the projects, two major projects. One is related to the banking, another one is basically related to the very trending e-commerce. And as I told you, the project description and all this thing, according to the project description, we can do it. So if you want to add any here and there, few more technical points, so you are welcome. So this is completely, my dear aspirant, project oriented sessions. Okay, now as you are the working employee, since I'm working as a data scientist, okay, this is completely project oriented training. It is not like a theoretical things. Okay, it is completely different. For every 1 week, okay, we are going to discuss the mini projects. If we discussed mini projects, what are the theoretical things we have discussed that will interrelate with these mini projects, you'll understand. So like that we'll do it. Our target is at least 10 to 12 mini projects we need to do. And if you're having any new mini project ideas, you're always welcome. The thing here is that we all work as a team. Our ultimate aim is that at the end of the course, you must be in a position to create different kinds of AI projects, okay, from the scratch. That's it. Fine. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss few more things and about Python, what the capabilities of the Python, where you are using, and all these things we can discuss it. Okay. Fine. Great. Next, if anyone having any queries, or still if you're expecting anything from my side, just you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. So no need to worry, those who came from non-technical background. So I'm saying you that we don't rush with the syllabus. We'll discuss with very slow pace. Here in your batch, we're having aspirants of great experience people and from non-technical people. Everyone is important. So we'll focus on each and every student. You don't need to worry about that. Fine. Still anything from your side, anything you're expecting from our side. So as I told you, I will say the everything will be the genuine information. I will tell you. Still anything from anyone? Still any technical query? Those who are having any queries, you can have interaction with 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, Sarah, tell me.
The ChatGPT and Cloud, they all use that LLM.
Yes, Sarah, what you are saying? Okay, can you repeat again what you have said just now? Still anything? So if you're having anything, you can just unmute yourself. You can ask. Just it's a matter of 1 or 2 minutes. Or if you want to coordinate to me in the mobile, so everyone is having our admin team contact details. You can so call them. I will be available in the institution that up to 12:30. Yes, Sarah, tell me.
Oh, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible now.
Yeah. So, as you said that ChatGPT and Cloud,
Okay.
those are alternatives for it, right?
What ChatGPT and?
Cloud, they use LLM, right?
Mm.
Like LangChain, right?
Mm. Yes, both will use. See, so both are having different kinds of LLMs and all these things. This LangChain can able to connect with different kinds of LLMs, and you can work on that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if you are having anything, okay, and if everyone is having our admin team details, you can call them, so can have a conversation if needed. Any technical things? Yes, yes, Nagaraj garu, yes, tell me.
So actually, you said Python, right?
Yes.
So is this the only development language that AI used to code, or is something else? I heard somewhere called vibe coding. Do you have any idea about that, or is it only Python that is helpful for generating
See, vibe
this
coding
AI
is
system?
nothing but we don't need to write any coding on that, but it is one software development like a software AI agent. Like that is what you have to do it here. We don't need to write code in that.
Okay, okay,
So if you give the prompt, it is going to generate all the things to you.
okay. So it
Like
stands in same line with ChatGPT, it seems.
ChatGPT. Like if you see these vibe coding tools, but to create the tools and to automate that, we need the developers. If you see
Okay,
the best for Vibe coding tools. 1, 2, 3. So these are all these things. Vibe coding tools like Claude. So in GitHub, Cursor. So ChatGPT.
Okay.
These are all these things. We are integrating these vibe coding tools in your current projects. This
Okay.
level, so all these things. By what it will do it here is it will sometimes it will give you as a suggestions. If you write 1 or 2 lines of code, it will give you as the suggestions. And if you give
Okay.
any prompt, it is going to generate the code like that.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
extend it will work.
Okay.
Or that means that is not programming. It can generate Python, JavaScript, and it can generate different kinds of databases and all these things. Basically, we are integrating these vibe coding tools, okay, for the
Okay.
faster development, less typing. Okay, it will very good at beginners,
Yeah,
and
got it.
it can generate the code like that. It will do it. But
Okay.
as in the
And
enterprise level application, let's tell me.
behind this again, we need to code using Python itself. So
Yes.
Python is the master stroke here.
Yes. See, if
Knowing
you,
Python.
in the enterprise level application, you all know that they'll invest some crores of millions, crores of budget on the project. If anything goes wrong with AI, so lots of
Hmm.
problems will happen. So according to the client requirement, we need to manage the workflows. To that, we need the developers who is good at Python to
Okay.
change that workflow of that application.
Okay.
We need coding here. So
Okay.
obviously,
Got it.
coding will be need some basic level of coding. This vibe coding also some basic suggestions it will give. In the if you go to the high
Okay.
level enterprise level application, it cannot do that much suggestions. It will take some time. See, lots of work is going on. So the
Okay.
thing here is that you must be very good at coding, but this
Okay.
will be 10%, 20%. It will help you.
Okay.
Okay, as a tool. Okay, 10 to 20% suggestions it will give. By that, it can continue the work like that.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Quite good. Thank you. And in which domain you are working, Nagaraju?
Myself, I'm into Oracle Apps. I'm Oracle Apps technical consultant.
Okay.
So I work into SQL, PL SQL, then
Mm.
Oracle applications, yeah, front end.
Okay. So in
Me and
GitHub also, yes, yes. What is happening manually also SQL queries. See, SQL queries also getting automated like Vibe tool as I told you, na?
yeah.
So what you are having, we are integrating the SQL or MySQL and all this Oracle with these Vibe coding tools. They're
Hmm.
giving us suggestions,
Okay.
right? 1 or 2 lines. What you're doing, they're giving the suggestions to you. But
Okay.
we must be very good at your code domain. Code domain, you must be very good at code domain, and this AI tools, it is added the extra advantage in this so current hiring plan world.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Right. Next, anything from your side, Shalini, Niharika? Any technical anything from your side, Ramesh?
No,
No. Okay, fine. Anything from your side, Niharika?
No, sir, no, nothing else now.
Okay, fine. So that's it. Thanks everyone. Thank you, and have a nice day.
So 1 minute.
Tell me,
If you have
Nagarajan.
some, if you have some time today, so I spoke to your admin people. They said we will catch you with a call with you. Me and Ramesh want to talk to you personally about this course. So I requested your admin team. So they
Okay.
said they will connect us today by 12:30. So if possible, please arrange. Please ask them to arrange a call with you, with both of us.
Okay, fine, Nagaraju. After this session, okay, I'll tell the team to call
She
to
said
arrange.
you're occupied till 12:30 with back-to-back sessions. So maybe after 12:30, whenever we find time, just ask us to patch you, me, and Ramesh so we can talk to a couple of minutes. The quick call, it will not take much time.
Okay, okay, fine, good, Nagaraj.
Okay, thank you.
Fine, okay. Okay, fine, good.